Hello everyone! Wild boar hunting competitions have become a popular activity across the United States, serving both as a form of entertainment and an important method for controlling the invasive wild boar population, which has reached up to 9 million. Wild boar hunting competitions have become a popular activity across the United States, serving both as a form of entertainment and an important method for controlling the invasive wild boar population, which has reached up to 9 million. The most recent event, held in March 2020, attracted hundreds of eager contestants looking to showcase their skills. Notably, the hunting teams led by David Thompson and John Smith emerged as the most successful, renowned for their efficiency and numerous awards. How did they achieve the title of Boar King? Let's explore their methods right here. Don't forget to leave a comment with the number 1 to show your excitement. John Smith's hunting team has spent the past 5 years focusing on wild boar hunting, using dogs as a crucial part of their strategy. Over the decade, they have refined their techniques and shared their journey, emphasizing the importance of preparation, effective teamwork, and safety. The preparation phase is critical for a successful hunt. John's team uses a combination of dog breeds, including Catahoula leopards and terriers for tracking, and pit bulls for holding the boars. These dogs are meticulously trained to track the scent of wild boars, alert the hunters, and hold the boars without attacking them. Have you ever wondered how much effort and dedication it takes to prepare these dogs for such a specialized task? When the preparation phase is complete, the hunt begins with reconnaissance and setup. John scouts the hunting area for signs of wild boar activity, such as tracks, dig marks, and droppings. Upon finding these signs, he releases a sniffer dog equipped with a GPS collar to track its movements. The hunting dogs follow the scent trails, often covering several miles. They are trained to bark continuously when they detect wild boars, signaling their location to John. The holding dogs then catch the boars by the ears or neck, immobilizing them. Have you ever experienced the thrill of tracking a wild animal, relying on the keen senses of well-trained dogs? Hunting with dogs brings both benefits and challenges. The effectiveness of using dogs significantly increases the ability to detect and capture wild boars, especially in dense areas. The hunt becomes a collaborative effort between the hunter and the dogs, enhancing the overall experience. However, safety is a top concern. Protecting the dogs from injury is paramount because wild boars can be dangerous, and even well-trained dogs can get hurt. Hunters must comply with state regulations regarding the use of dogs for hunting. How do you think these regulations impact the hunting experience and the safety of both the hunters and their dogs? Do you agree with this method? If so, please leave a comment with the number 1. David Thompson's hunting team often relies on rifles for their hunts. Among their arsenal, the Winchester 38 sniper rifle, equipped with a 3NX Forum scope, stands out for its accuracy and range. In addition to rifles, the team also uses camouflage clothing, binoculars, rangefinders, hunting knives, and backpacks containing essential items such as water, first aid kits, and snacks. This combination of equipment ensures they are well prepared for the challenges of wild boar hunting. The hunt usually begins with careful reconnaissance and setup. David starts his hunt early in the morning by scouting areas where wild boars are active. He looks for signs such as tracks, dig marks, and fresh droppings near water sources and feeding areas. Positioning himself on a hill overlooking a familiar feeding area, he ensures he has a clear view. When it's time to take the shot, David carefully positions himself and steadies his rifle. He takes a few deep breaths to calm himself and ensure accurate aiming, focusing on the largest wild boar in the herd. He targets the heart and lung areas to ensure a quick and humane kill. With a well-placed shot, the wild boar falls immediately. However, hunting with a rifle also presents many challenges. A significant challenge is the skill required to shoot accurately at long distances. Hunters must invest time in practice and become proficient in the use of rifles, as well as knowledgeable about ballistics. This includes understanding how factors such as wind, distance, and elevation affect the trajectory of the bullet. Have you dedicated time to honing your shooting skills, or do you plan to do so before your next hunt? After completing their hunting journey, the hunters gather at the prize-giving location. Here, the excitement is palpable as groups of hunters take turns checking the number, size, and weight of the wild boars they have captured. The competition is fierce, with teams vying for the top spot based on various criteria. One category focuses on the overall size of the wild boar, taking into account both weight and measurements such as length and girth to determine the winning team. This adds a layer of strategy to the hunt, as hunters must balance between capturing larger boars and increasing their overall count. Particularly, the prizes in these competitions are very attractive. Cash prizes are often awarded to winners in the main categories, providing significant motivation for participants. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next videos. Indonesia is home to some of the world's most fascinating wildlife, and among them is the majestic Komodo dragon. With their enormous size and superior hunting abilities, these creatures have captured the interest of scientists and adventurers alike. However, beyond their allure, Komodo dragons pose significant challenges, especially to local communities. This essay delves into the characteristics of this magnificent reptile, the economic damage they cause, and the management measures implemented to control them. Don't forget to leave a comment with the number 1 to show your excitement. The Komodo dragon, scientifically known as Varanus komodoensis, is an endemic species of Indonesia, primarily found on the islands of Komodo, Rinca, Flores, and Gili Motang. With an estimated population of around 6,000 individuals, these dragons are the largest living lizards, reaching lengths of up to 10 feet, 3 meters, and weighing over 150 pounds, 70 kilos. They possess sharp claws and serrated teeth capable of inflicting severe wounds. These physical attributes, combined with their venomous bite, make them highly effective predators. The presence of Komodo dragons on the Indonesian islands has a significant economic impact, estimated at around 20 million USD. This figure encompasses various forms of damage, from livestock predation to costs associated with human-wildlife conflicts. Livestock losses are particularly burdensome for local farmers, as Komodo dragons often prey on goats, cattle, and chickens, leading to substantial financial losses. Given these challenges, what strategies have hunters employed to manage this aggressive invasive species? In some situations, more direct measures are necessary to ensure immediate safety. The use of guns, although controversial, is one such measure. A specific type of gun used for this purpose includes tranquilizer guns for capturing and relocating the dragons, and firearms for lethal control in extreme cases. One of the primary advantages of using guns is the ability to neutralize threats immediately. Komodo dragons, with their powerful bites and venomous saliva, can pose severe dangers to humans and livestock. In situations where a dragon is attacking or threatening people, a quick and effective response is crucial. Guns provide that rapid response capability, ensuring that the threat is addressed before it can cause further harm. In addition to immediately neutralizing threats and protecting livestock, the controlled use of guns can aid in population management. In some areas, Komodo dragon populations can become particularly dense, increasing the frequency of human-wildlife conflicts. In such cases, managing the population through the regulated use of guns can help reduce these dangerous encounters. This method ensures that the population remains at a sustainable level, minimizing risks for both humans and dragons. However, it is important to acknowledge that while guns provide a viable solution in critical situations, they also come with significant limitations and ethical concerns. Given these advantages, what other strategies do you think could be integrated alongside the use of guns to create a more comprehensive approach to managing Komodo dragons? Your opinions and suggestions are crucial in shaping effective and ethical wildlife management practices. Let's discuss how we can achieve a balance that ensures human safety and the conservation of these magnificent creatures. Today, we will explore the secrets behind the invasion of house sparrows. Let's find out how these creatures leave their mark and impact the environment. First, the house sparrow, Passer domesticus, was introduced to North America in the mid-19th century, initially released in Brooklyn, New York, in 1851. Originally introduced to control insect pests, their population quickly increased and spread across the continent. Factors such as abundant food sources, nesting sites in human structures, and the lack of natural predators in urban environments have created favorable conditions for their growth and invasion. Before discussing management measures for house sparrows, let's explore their impact on urban and rural communities. In urban areas, their large populations can cause noise pollution, create unsanitary conditions due to droppings, and pose potential health issues. However, their impact is even more pronounced in rural areas. House sparrows pose a serious threat to agriculture by damaging crops such as grains and fruits, consuming livestock feed, and nesting in farm infrastructure, leading to increased maintenance and repair costs. These damages directly affect the local economy, leading to economic instability for farmers and higher food prices. Do you find these house sparrows as troublesome as I do? So, what have people done to solve this problem? The first and perhaps quickest method is hunting house sparrows. This method provides immediate results and can be very effective in targeted areas. However, it also has its own challenges, such as safety concerns for humans and non-target animals, noise, and the need for specific regulations and precautions. Despite these limitations, hunting remains a favored option for its swift action against the sparrow population. House sparrows, despite being a pest, have very nutritious meat that is rich in flavor, firm, and tender. Additionally, sparrows are known for their medicinal properties, particularly beneficial for men. Sparrow meat is also used as a remedy for conditions such as physical weakness, chronic bronchitis in the elderly, and whooping cough in children. Have you ever had the chance to taste the flavor of sparrow meat? Besides the two methods mentioned above, do you know of any other effective ways to manage house sparrows? Please share your thoughts in the comments section. Your input plays a crucial role in our collective effort to protect human health and preserve the ecosystem for future generations. Every idea counts, and together we can find the best solutions to tackle this issue. Florida is known for its diverse wildlife and lush landscapes, but it has also become infamous for the explosion of its iguana population. With an estimated population of around 12,000 iguanas originating from Central and South America, these reptiles were initially brought to Florida as exotic pets. However, over time, many of these pets either escaped or were released into the wild, where they found the state's warm climate and abundant vegetation to be an ideal habitat. The iguana population has exploded over the past few decades, particularly in urban and suburban areas. But their increasing numbers have brought significant challenges. Have you ever encountered iguanas in your neighborhood? How do you feel about their presence in urban areas? Iguanas are herbivores, primarily feeding on a variety of plants. This may sound harmless, but their feeding habits can lead to significant damage to local vegetation. Native plant species, some already struggling due to urbanization, face additional pressure from iguana foraging. Iguanas also compete with native wildlife for food and habitat, leading to further displacement of local species. Moreover, iguanas are known for burrowing, which can undermine the integrity of sidewalks, seawalls, and foundations. This not only leads to high repair costs, but also disrupts local ecosystems, affecting everything from soil stability to water sources. Given the scale of the problem, various methods have been employed to control the iguana population. One of the more humane and commonly used methods to capture iguanas is with a fishing rod. This technique involves using a fishing rod with a noose at the end to catch the reptiles, allowing for safe capture and relocation. This method has gained popularity among residents and wildlife control professionals due to its simplicity and effectiveness. The fishing rod technique allows individuals to catch iguanas without causing them harm, making it an ethical choice for those concerned about animal welfare. The primary advantage of using a fishing rod is its non-lethal nature. Iguanas caught using this method can be relocated to more suitable environments, reducing the population in urban areas without killing them. Additionally, this technique is cost-effective and accessible, requiring minimal equipment and training. It is a method that both professionals and concerned residents can use, making it a versatile tool in the fight against iguanas. Have you ever tried using a fishing rod to catch iguanas? If so, please leave a comment with the number 1. In addition, using guns to control the iguana population is also an extremely effective method. Various types of guns are used to hunt iguanas, ranging from air guns to small firearms. Air guns are often favored for their quiet operation and accuracy, commonly used in residential areas where noise reduction is important. Rifles of 177 or 22 caliber are popular because they are relatively quiet, making them suitable for use in suburban areas without alarming residents. Additionally, .222 rifles and other similar firearms offer greater accuracy and power, making them effective for capturing larger iguanas and for use in more open areas. These guns ensure a humane and swift euthanasia of iguanas. How do you feel about using guns to control the iguana population? Do you believe the potential ecological benefits outweigh the ethical concerns? The primary advantage of using guns is their effectiveness. Guns can quickly reduce the iguana population, especially in areas where iguanas pose an immediate threat to infrastructure or public safety. The precision and power of guns allow for swift resolution, preventing further ecological damage and reducing health risks associated with iguanas. Additionally, guns provide a practical solution in situations where other methods, such as traps or fishing rods, may be impractical or ineffective. For example, in heavily infested areas, capturing each iguana individually with a fishing rod would be time-consuming and labor-intensive. Guns offer a more direct and expedient approach. Iguanas, despite being considered pests with their rough and spiky appearance, hide nutritious meat beneath their tough exterior. Their meat is very aromatic, with a unique blend of sweet and savory flavors. It has various health benefits, including medicinal properties, enhancing overall health and vitality, and even contributing to beauty treatments. Not only is the meat beneficial, but iguana skin is also very durable and attractive, comparable to crocodile skin. Therefore, it is used in designing high-end iguana leather products, such as wallets and bags for both women and men. Besides the methods mentioned above, do you know of any other effective ways to manage iguanas? Please share your thoughts in the comments section. Your input plays a crucial role in our collective effort to protect human health and preserve the ecosystem for future generations. If you like this video, leave a comment with the number 1 and share it with others. The absence of natural predators, such as gray wolves, coupled with abundant food sources, has led to a rapid proliferation of wild boars. Their high adaptability and fast reproductive rate have turned them into aggressive invaders, causing $22 million in damages to the agriculture industry in Italy annually. If you want to know how Italian farmers tackle this invasive species, please leave the number 1 below in the comments section. The increasing presence of wild boars is not only confined to rural areas, but also extends to urban areas. They intelligently utilize waste and food from humans, creating a potential hazard to the safety and health of the community. Wild boars pose a threat to traffic in Italy. When they cross roads in long lines, they cause traffic jams. In cases like this, when motorcyclists are traveling on the highway, wild boars running across the road have caused accidents, resulting in injuries and vehicle damage. They often cause damage to crops by consuming grass seeds and other cultivated plants, resulting in significant losses for agriculture. Moreover, wild boars also inflict harm on livestock herds, especially piglets. In December 2022, the government of Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni issued an order to cull wild boars in Rome. However, this decision faced strong opposition from animal rights activists. Hunters were permitted to use bows to kill wild boars and harvest their meat. Moreover, hunting wild boars was permitted even in areas where hunting is typically prohibited, such as urban areas and conservation areas. In July 2023, Mayor Nicola Fiorita of Catanzaro also authorized the culling of 30 roaming wild boars in a park within the city. In an effort to protect farms and prevent damage caused by wild boars, farmers are often willing to collaborate with hunters. They provide information about the activities and locations of wild boars, helping hunting groups effectively identify their targets. With their hunting skills and understanding of wild boar behavior, hunters play a crucial role in controlling and reducing the population of this species. The use of bows is one of the common methods that hunters employ to eliminate wild boars. Bows allow them to access remote forested areas without creating loud noises, giving them the opportunity to approach and accurately shoot wild boars without causing disturbance. Do you enjoy hunting with bows like this? Do you know where these wild boars come from? Wild boars, originally from Southeast Asia, arrived in Europe about 5 million years ago and became a favorite food source for many civilizations. Living in herds, they have strong bonds with sows and piglets. In the early 20th century, wild boars were nearly extinct due to deforestation and the expansion of agriculture. However, after World War II, Italy's economy developed. Forests began to recover, providing conditions for wild boars to thrive once again. Hunting wild boars is a crucial strategy used to control their population in Italy. Hunting activities take place throughout the year, but adhere to government regulations. There are two main types of hunting carried out in Italy. The first type is seasonal hunting, typically occurring from September to December, when wild boars are most active. This allows hunters to use various methods, such as hunting tools and traps, to manage the wild boar population. The second type is government-planned hunting activities, which occur in areas where wild boars cause the most damage. Have you ever tried hunting from a boat? This is truly a unique opening method. Creates an exceptional hunting experience, causing the wild boar's natural wariness to drop in a serene atmosphere. They do not sense potential danger, and each wild boar seems unable to resist as they fall to the ground, oblivious to the punishment these wild pigs must have faced.
Oh, fucking Jesus. Oh, Jesus.
Although hunters in Italy can kill about 295,000 wild boars annually, but the reality is that wild boars reproduce at a faster rate. Zoologist Andrea Monaco, who has studied wild boars for more than 20 years at the Italian Institute for Environmental Protection and Research, ISPRA, in Rome, said that each year, wild boar populations can increase by 150%. A helicopter wild boar hunting adventure is not only an exciting experience but also a fascinating challenge. Hunters will experience dramatic moments when searching for wild boars from above, then using hunting tools to take them down, in compliance with the law. To ensure effectiveness when taking down wild boars, hunters often choose when they are moving or feeding in open areas will help them more easily reach their targets. Every year, hundreds of thousands to several million wild boars are hunted, creating a significant challenge for hunters. When a target is detected, the hunter will immediately notify the pilot, and both will fly together to the animal's location. From there, hunters will target and use hunting tools to take down targets, especially wild boars. The method is usually performed by taking down from the back of the head or neck, ensuring the process is quick and effective. The average visual range of a helicopter when hunting is 750 feet, which is enough for the hunter to be able to hit the target. However, advanced hunting devices can operate at ranges of 1,000 feet, expanding the possibilities of hunting in a variety of locations. So how do you like to participate in the hunt? If you want to experience the hunt, leave number 2. If you like the thrill of hunting on a plane, don't hesitate to leave number 3 in the comments section below. However, their dominance is not always unchallenged, especially when they encounter fierce hunting dogs. In this confrontation, hunting dogs often demonstrate their determination and hunting skills. They can chase and capture wild boars, forcing them to flee for their lives. So, in your opinion, who will win in the showdown between hunting dogs and wild boars? Ferocious hunting dogs are often formidable opponents of wild boars. However, it should be noted that many wild pig species have adapted to harsh weather conditions, including snow-covered areas, by developing a thick layer of fur that retains heat and shields them from the cold, freezing. The wild boar's dense fur not only helps them avoid getting wet when walking through deep snow, but also creates a unique visibility. Besides, Their ability to dig deep makes it possible for them to penetrate many different locations, even military areas. The competition between hunting dogs and wild boars becomes fascinating, as packs of ferocious hunting dogs are not only strong opponents but also a significant threat to forest boars. They have to run away to protect their lives. This confrontation brings tension and drama, making hunting more exciting. During the wild boar hunting journey, training hunting dogs plays an important role to ensure effectiveness and safety of the hunt. Training hunting dogs to handle wild boars requires patience, skill, and a deep understanding of both animals. First of all, choosing a dog to train is very important. Breeds with good tracking and searching abilities are preferred, such as wolfhounds, beagles, or bloodhounds. These dogs often have good noses and the ability to run fast, helping them easily find scent trails and track wild boars. The training process begins with educating the dog about the smell of wild boar and how to track it. Dogs are placed in a simulated environment and trained to recognize and track the scent of wild boar through the use of scent patterns and special training techniques. Next, dogs are trained to learn how to track and signal the presence of wild boars. These techniques include recognizing the sounds, tracks, and other markings of wild boars, and learning to signal to guides when they spot a target. Finally, the dog is trained to cooperate with the guide during the hunt. They must learn to follow instructions and work as a team with the guide to ensure the hunt takes place safely and effectively. In short, training hunting dogs so they can hunt wild boar requires hard work and patience from both the trainer and the dogs themselves. But with the right technique and dedication, they can be reliable partners in wild boar hunting. However, before applying hunting methods, Italian farmers often take initial measures such as planting plants that are not attractive to wild boars, building sturdy fences, and choosing fruit and vegetable crops, suitable tubers. However, these measures are often not effective enough to control wild boar populations. In addition to hunting, farmers and hunters also use traps to catch wild boars. Trapping usually takes place during the day when they are less active, especially at night when wild boars are most active. When captured wild boars are detected, they will be harvested and eliminated. This process extends from rural areas to urban areas, helping to protect farmers' vegetation and property from destruction by wild boars. Humans also integrate modern technology into trapping, using sensors and automated surveillance systems to monitor and automatically identify wild boar burrows. This not only enhances efficiency, but also optimizes intelligent management. Placing traps at strategic locations, such as natural pathways or areas favored by wild boars, is done safely and easily to ensure that the process of hunting wild boars occurs effectively. Banting cattle, a wild symbol of Southeast Asia, have shined around the world with their wild instincts and unique beauty. Let's explore the impressive journey of this cow, from its origins in Southeast Asia to its new life in Australia. Originating in the vast forests and green grasslands of Southeast Asia, the banting prefers diverse habitats, from lowlands to open forests. They'd often form herds of 5 to 20 individuals, creating a cohesive and mingling community. The reproductive cycle lasts about 9 months, and baby banting cows are carefully raised by their parents during their early stages of life. Banting cows are famous for their gentleness, in stark contrast to their large appearance and strength. However, their wild instincts push them to move, explore, and sometimes enter residential areas, causing damage to vegetable gardens and farms. In Australia, where banting cattle have adapted to live in the wild, herd management has become an urgent issue. Australian farmers have creatively applied measures to minimize damage and protect the environment. Fences were built to prevent banting cows from accessing livestock and pastures, and a herd management strategy was implemented to control numbers and ensure the health of both cows and humans. Furthermore, the use of banting beef and the development of ecotourism provide new sources of income for the community, contributing to sustainable development. Do you support this innovative banting cattle management method? Please leave your vote. Please leave number 1 if you support. Otherwise, leave number 0 below the comment section. Let's join hands to protect the environment and promote sustainable development, to create a bright future for both people and banting, the impressive wild visitors from Southeast Asia. Hello friends! Have you ever wondered how to effectively and cost-effectively manage the problem of feral pigs? Let's explore the methods farmers have used to solve this problem. If you are interested and want to join us on this journey, please leave a comment to let us know you are with us. In the fight against feral pig infestations, rifles are the preferred and completely legal tool that the government encourages farmers to use. Using a rifle helps minimize the risks posed by wild pigs, as they attempt to traverse challenging terrain at high speed. Each rifle bullet is highly accurate, ensuring each wild animal is stopped in its tracks, proving the power and effectiveness of this hunting method. In addition, some hunters have applied new methods to solve the problem of hunting wild boar, such as aerial hunting of wild boar using helicopters. This method offers significant benefits such as wider observation, higher shooting accuracy, and is faster than hunting on the ground. These factors can change significantly even in the fight against wild forest bird populations. However, aerial hunting is not without its challenges. The soaring of manatees in airplanes, rent, as well as the possibility of seasickness are factors that need to be carefully considered. Additionally, ensuring that controlling the wild boar population does not have a negative impact on the surrounding ecosystem is important. We'd love to hear your thoughts on these hunting methods. Please share your views in the comments section below. Together we can find effective and sustainable solutions to the challenges posed by wild boar populations. Using hunting dogs to manage wild boar populations is not only an effective method, but also provides a rich and profound experience of hunting with them. The deep bond between man and hunting dog creates a strong team spirit, helping them to be brave and strong to face any challenge on their hunting journey. One of the major challenges in the United States is the invasion of feral swine, with an estimated population of up to 2.6 million, of which Texas accounts for the majority. The highest wild boar population in any state has created an emergency situation for both agriculture and the environment. The appearance of this species not only causes serious damage to agriculture by destroying crops, but also negatively affects the local ecological balance. To address this problem, Texas has taken strong legal measures, including establishing laws allowing the hunting of feral hogs to control their uncontrolled population growth. In addition, other control measures, such as banning the release of wild boars into the wild, have also been implemented to prevent their spread and minimize negative impacts on the economy and environment. In addition to negative environmental and economic impacts, feral hogs are also a source of disease for livestock and wildlife. a problem that is especially acute in North Carolina, which is facing an outbreak of African swine fever, with more than 100 cases recorded this year alone. The direct impact of wild emerald boars is not only on humans, but can also spread to other livestock species, such as cattle and goats, posing a major health threat to the agricultural sector. In addition, wild stem boars can also harbor and transmit diseases such as brucellosis, leptospirosis, and toxoplasmosis, which threaten both animals and humans. Managing and controlling these diseases from wild emerald ash borers is critical to protecting public health and maintaining ecological safety. In an effort to control wild emerald borer populations, one of the strategies being applied is fumigation techniques. This is a sophisticated method based on scientific principles to control wildlife reproduction. Fumigation not only helps reduce the number of newly born individuals, but also works towards the long-term goal of restoring the effects of uncontrolled growth of wild boar populations. This gradually reduces the burden they place on the environment and native wildlife, contributing to the conservation of biodiversity and maintaining ecological balance. These control measures are essential not only to protect the ecosystem, but also to minimize negative impacts. Next, we come to beautiful California. The impact of feral swine invasion on agriculture and neighboring California settlements cannot be denied. With its beautiful beaches, warm climate, and diverse landscapes, California remains a dream destination for many. However, the peace and beauty of California is facing the threat of invasive feral hogs, causing significant negative impacts on tourism and daily life. Tourist areas not only suffer damage to their landscape, but also become dangerous for tourists and local residents. The increasing presence of this wild boar species not only reduces the tourist experience but also negatively affects local economies, especially areas that rely heavily on tourism. This poses a major challenge for local communities, which need to find solutions to minimize the impact of feral pigs on life and tourism in California. Wild boar hunting in California attracts the attention of many hunters. However, to ensure legality and safety for both hunters and the surrounding environment, strict compliance with local laws and guidelines is important. To equip themselves with extensive knowledge about hunting terrain, hunters need to research and understand the living environment of wild boars. This increases the likelihood of success during hunting season. California's wild boar hunting season is year-round, but specific restrictions apply depending on the region. Hunters should comply with environmental regulations and avoid hunting in high-risk areas to protect their health and the balance of the local ecology. Implementing strict control measures, including wild boar hunting infrastructure, is necessary to control pig numbers and minimize the damage they cause to the environment and food sources. Hunting events are typically held in January and February, providing opportunities for the hunting community to meet and interact. Participating in community events not only attracts the participation of hunters, but also creates opportunities for people to interact and enjoy the vibrant atmosphere of the event. This demonstrates the spirit of solidarity and support within the wild boar hunting community in California. Learning hunting skills and sharing experiences with this method not only helps manage wild boar effectively, but also brings the community together. If you support this method of wild boar management and control, please leave the number 2 in the comments section. Otherwise, leave the number 0. In the fight against the spread of wild boar from the suburbs to city centers, hunters have become key players. They specialize in conducting hunts after dusk when wild boars are more active and more accessible in the dark. Choosing to hunt at night is not only a response to the growing presence of wild boars in residential areas, but also an effective strategy to minimize the significant damage they cause. Go out. Stem boars not only cause damage to both agricultural and urban areas by destroying crops, but also cause serious economic losses. Wild boar in urban and rural areas pose a significant challenge, requiring close attention and management. Hunters not only help control wild emerald boar populations, but also contribute to protecting infrastructure and ensuring community safety. And supporting the local economy through these efforts, hunters not only demonstrate their skillful hunting abilities, but also affirm their essential role in protecting and sustainably developing the environment around us. Besides using hunting, modern traps have also become an effective solution in the fight against the growth of stem boars. Smart traps equipped with wireless cameras have become popular, thanks to their ability to quickly and accurately capture entire populations of wild emerald ash boars. Using this technology, one can continuously monitor and assess the situation, facilitating timely and effective intervention. Deploying these traps not only helps limit damage but also contributes to maintaining ecological balance, protecting the environment, and supporting sustainable development. especially in the context of California agriculture, suffering great damage due to forest fires. This becomes even more necessary and important. Have you ever eaten wild boar meat? This type of meat is high in protein, effectively supporting the building and maintenance of muscle mass while providing healthy fats, B vitamins, and many essential minerals such as iron, zinc, phosphorus, and selenium. If you have never discovered the unique flavor of wild boar meat in your meals, try it now. Please leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any exciting new videos from us. Thanks for watching.
Hello, friends. In Australia, diverse invasive species have caused many problems for our environment and ecosystems. A good example is the invasion of snow geese and marsh rats. They have caused serious damage in Australia, and so Australian farmers have had to face this challenge. Canada geese began invading Australia in 1860, when they were brought by an immigrant from England and released into Mbao Park in 1900. The number of geese has increased significantly, with an estimated 1.1 million birds. Find out how Australian farmers are dealing with this invasive situation in this full video. And don't forget to leave a number 1 if you're excited about this content now. In contrast, snow geese in Australia had a similar journey brought by immigrants around 1880 in Melbourne Park, and by 1900 Australia had seen about 1,000 snow geese. Currently, the Australian government estimates there are about 500,000 Canada geese and 200,000 snow geese living in the park. Additionally, the negative impacts of Canada geese and snow geese occur in urban areas. They pollute the environment by dumping feces and garbage on lawns and streets. Their loud noise also causes nuisance to the community in Richmond Park. This is an extremely big problem, not only making it difficult to preserve the green landscape of parks, but also threatening the safety and livelihood of local people and animals. It even came to tease people without fear. Furthermore, the act of attacking humans and damaging the natural ecosystem forced the Australian government to intervene promptly to resolve the issue. Field hunting of geese has expanded to cover large areas of Australia, including agricultural areas, riverbanks, lakes and ponds, parks and nature reserves. This is aimed at controlling and minimizing the negative impact of goose populations on the environment and communities. To hunt snow geese effectively, they used fake goose sounds and placed basket snow geese as bait. When the snow geese arrive, the hunter proceeds to shoot them. To obtain a hunting license in Australia, individuals need to meet certain conditions, including being 18 years of age, having completed hunting safety training, holding a hunting license, and being licensed by the Australian government. This is important to ensure those participating in hunting activities have the skills and understanding of safety when hunting on Australian wetlands. Significant encampments of Canada geese are commonly seen at locations such as the Macquarie wetlands in southern New South Wales and the Whitewater area in eastern Queensland. These locations are important not only for the breeding of Canada geese, but also for their migration within the Australian landscape. Back to the hunters. When they discover a flock of geese, they will approach carefully and use hunting tools to carry out the hunting process. Each year, approximately 100,000 snow geese and 200,000 Canada geese are targeted for hunting in Australia. This is a significant amount that helps reduce pressure from the goose population, which is decreasing by about 20% each year. Do you think it is right to shoot snow geese and Canada geese? If yes, leave the number 1. Otherwise, you don't think it's right. Leave the number 0 and share your thoughts with us. Swamp rats, rodents native to North America, quickly and forcefully invaded Australia in the 19th century. They were originally introduced to Australia for decorative and hunting purposes. However, swamp rats adapted well to their new environment and began to reproduce at an astonishing rate. They commonly occur in areas such as swamps, lakes, rivers, and ponds, as well as grassland and forest areas. According to Australian government policy, the swamp rat population is increasing, currently reaching about 100 million, accounting for about 80% of the world's total. This impressive figure has caused many problems for the Australian government. Swamp rats, omnivores, cause many negative consequences for Australia's wetlands. They eat plants, vegetables, and many other animals, leading to vegetation degradation and affecting biodiversity in the area. At the same time, they also eat native species such as birds, frogs, and fish, causing a significant decline in native animal populations. In addition, their feces and waste in swamps also pollute the environment, affecting water quality. To control the situation, the Australian government has introduced a number of measures. Maintaining the ecological balance of the swamp remains a major challenge and raises questions about its biodiversity. Swamp rat hunting in Australia is considered the most effective method of controlling populations, although it requires great expense and effort. However, this is still an important measure to reduce the number of marsh rats. Have you ever thought about going marsh rat hunting like this? Sitting on a hunting boat, it feels like embarking on an adventure in the midst of the marsh rat's ocean. Along with the cool breeze from the water surface, it creates a sense of relaxation and excitement. Your eyes will be focused on the thick grasslands and dense areas, where many animal species, including marsh rats, may hide. You may even feel the anticipation with each breath as you wait for your target to appear. When you spot the target, you quickly take aim and shoot. Every year, about 20 million marsh rats become targets of hunting activities, despite the population decreasing by about 10% each year. The marsh rat population continues to increase, highlighting the importance of implementing a consistent and effective hunting method to achieve control over the marsh rat population in Australia. What do you think about marsh rat meat? If you've ever tasted it, please share its flavor profile with us. Let's explore the European rabbit, an animal with the ability to reproduce extremely quickly, creating a huge impact on Australia's environment. In just 1 year, a female rabbit can give birth to hundreds of babies, and their ability to adapt to many different habitats has caused them to boom everywhere in Australia. Moreover, the European rabbit, with its omnivorous diet, has caused the destruction of habitats for many native animal species, threatening their survival. They cause soil erosion and reduce agricultural productivity by digging holes and eating grass and leaves, reducing vegetation. The economic damage caused by them is estimated to be up to 0.5 billion USD per year, with about 1 billion in environmental damage and $500 million in agricultural damage. Australia's invasive tularemia epidemic has spread across the southern continent, including devastated areas such as deserts and mountainous areas. But the hardest hit areas are those where the disease is present. In 1923, the Australian government organized the largest hare hunt to control the wild rabbit outbreak. With more than 100,000 participants, this hunt has yielded millions of wild rabbits. Daytime rabbit hunting in Australia usually takes place in areas with thriving vegetation, such as the savanna grassland or the Australian bush. These areas, including grasslands in the south and southeast with warm climates, as well as savanna regions in the Midwest with dry climates, and bushland areas in the east and north with tropical climates, are ideal spots for hunting activities. Hunting rabbits usually begins when the early morning sunlight appears. In the daylight, hunters will search for wild rabbits, often found under the shade of bushes or thickets. Upon spotting a wild rabbit, they aim to shoot it accurately, avoiding unnecessary pain for the animal. After the hunting process, hares are then harvested to be processed into food or used as food animals. Participants must adhere to Australia's hunting regulations, select the appropriate hunting equipment, and follow safety rules such as conducting pre-use checks. The use of hunting equipment should be done with caution and only in safe locations. Respecting the environment is also an important factor, as well as maintaining control. Typically, hunting activities are more vigorous at night, when rabbits are usually less alert. Therefore, hunting rabbits at night can increase effectiveness in controlling the rabbit population. Hunting rabbits at night often yields higher effectiveness compared to daytime. This method is typically carried out by groups of hunters using spotlights to detect rabbits. Upon spotting a rabbit, hunters will use hunting equipment to capture it immediately. Each hunter can catch about 20 to 30 rabbits in one night, although the actual number may be lower due to factors such as the number of rabbits killed and the diversity of the hunting area. The method of hunting at night has been proven to be effective in controlling invasive rabbit populations in Australia. The Australian government estimates that approximately 100 million rabbits are eradicated each year, making a significant contribution to conservation efforts and environmental protection. Using hunting dogs and unmanned aerial vehicles, UAVs, to hunt wild rabbits is a widely practiced method. UAVs can easily detect rabbits in a large area and can be combined with other activities on the same plane, ensuring that no rabbits are missed. This helps enhance the efficiency and effectiveness of the hunting process, while minimizing waste and maximizing catch rates. Do you like this rabbit hunting method? If yes, please leave number 1. Otherwise, if you don't like it, leave number 0 and share your opinion below.
Hello, dear friends! Wild boars, also known as the wild hulk, are wild animals not native to the United States. In the 1500s, Spanish explorers brought along dozens of domestic pigs to use as food. Over time, some of these domestic pigs escaped and bred in the wild, thus giving rise to the first wild boars. Wild boar populations were established in the United States until the 1900s, when boars were brought to American lands for the sole purpose of sport hunting. The combination of Russian wild boars and domestic pigs created the current population of wild boars in the United States. According to a USDA report, by the end of 2022, approximately 8.9 million wild boars are living in the country, capable of reproducing rapidly and adapting well to all environmental conditions. This invasive species has been present in 35 states of the United States. The negative effects they can cause a lot of headaches for U.S. governments and farmers to find solutions to better understand the damage and benefits millions of wild boars bring to the United States. In this video, we will explore everything about this invasive creature. Wild boars usually start breeding when they are 6 months old. This can happen as soon as the female or male is 4 months old, when there are plenty of food sources. In the United States, each female wild boar usually gives birth to 2 litters per year, and each litter can give birth to 7 to 13 pigs. Natural predators of wild boars in the United States include coyotes and mountain lions. However, the number of wild boars killed by predators accounts for an extremely small percentage. Moreover, most carnivores only hunt wild boars, so this has not affected the wild boar population in the United States. In Europe and Asia, predation by wild carnivores can account for up to 25 animals, with annual mortality of wild boar populations. However, humans are the most important to this invasive species in the United States. many years. Texas has always been the state with the largest number of wild animals of the wild boar in the country. An estimated 3.5 to 4 million wild boar live in the state. According to a report by the Texas Department of Agriculture in recent years, the state's crop production has consistently trailed wild boar by about 17%, with some farmers claiming that wild boars can sniff out crops just as the harvest season is about to begin. Herds of wild boar around the farms are regularly hunted and trapped. Yet many Texas farmers claim that more wild boars are returning to their fields each month. It is estimated that each year the U.S. corn industry loses about $1.7 billion because of wild boars. Wild boars will destroy almost everything in their path. It is especially dangerous if adult boars get close to children. Not only do they affect commercial crops, but millions of wild boars in the United States must also be exterminated. The native plant community threatens the food source of Native American wildlife, such as deer and turkeys, and wild boar can also be a significant predator for eggs and young. While boar hunting is a popular recreational activity in the United States, especially in areas where the animals are considered invasive and cause significant agricultural damage, in most U.S. states, licensees can hunt wild boar in unlimited numbers and at any time of the year. According to the National Shooting Sports Foundation, the economic impact of hunting in the United States is estimated at $38.3 billion annually. The wild boar hunting industry has a $27 billion impact on the country's economy. According to a USDA report in 2019, about 29 wild boar populations were harvested through hunting and trapping. In Texas alone, an estimated 830,000 boars are harvested each year through hunting and trapping. While wild boar is very common in states like Texas, California, or Mississippi, trapping a few whiteboards is not easy for most people. You can see the board trap by watching the video very easily on YouTube. But if you are not an experienced person in this field, you can completely walk away empty-handed after setting traps all day. Wild boars are intelligent animals and can quickly learn to avoid traps and other methods of hunting. They are also noisy animals that can easily warn other wild boars in the area when they sense danger. According to statistics, there have been more than 113 attacks recorded by wild pigs on humans. On 26 November 2019, a 59-year-old Texas woman named Christine Rollins was attacked by a herd of feral pigs just a few feet from their workplace front door in Ottawa, Texas. Hello friends! Currently, Florida is facing a serious invasion from millions of wild monkeys, spreading from urban areas to farms. In these areas, losses are estimated to be up to $75 million per year, creating a major challenge for both agriculture and communities. Safety farmers and wildlife management experts are taking various measures to control the situation. One of the main methods is the use of licensed firearms, carried out by hunters with a license from the state. This method includes the use of precision shooting equipment and strict adherence to state hunting regulations to ensure safety and effectiveness. In addition, hunters also use fruits to attract monkeys, facilitating easier access and control. This method not only increases the chances of successfully killing the target, but also contributes to the effective management of wild monkeys. Let's explore these efforts further and learn how we can help our communities meet this challenge. If you appreciate the farmer's approach to this issue, leave it number 1 in the comments section below. Wild monkey calling is a widespread problem in Florida. One method used is the use of firearms to control the population, with approximately 10,000 monkeys killed each year. However, this method is not only ethically controversial, but also deeply controversial. Some people believe that killing these intelligent and sensitive creatures is cruel and unnecessary, while others argue that it is the only way to prevent their invasion and ensure agricultural security, industry, as well as protecting the community. In an effort to find a more peaceful and environmentally friendly solution, the state of Florida has launched a new initiative of planting fences around farms and city entrances. This solution not only helps protect agricultural areas from monkey attacks, but also minimizes negative impacts on other wildlife. Planting these hedges not only helps increase field protection, but also creates a natural fence, contributing to maintaining the balance between agriculture and biodiversity. Furthermore, these barriers promote sustainable agricultural environments where humans and wildlife can coexist harmoniously. By integrating modern agricultural practices with respect for nature, we not only protect food sources, but also encourage positive interactions between people and the natural environment. The animals that can help control invasive monkey populations are actually specially trained dogs. Not only are they loyal companions, these dogs are also extensively trained to effectively handle the task of controlling the monkey population. As a result, wild monkey populations have decreased significantly in many areas of the world, from farmlands to urban areas. Interestingly, monkeys often show fear in the presence of dogs. Sometimes, just having the dog in an area is enough to make them leave. This method effectively controls the monkey population without causing significant harm. Not only does it protect the environment, but it also demonstrates human creativity in managing wildlife and maintaining natural balance. Additionally, the use of cage traps is also an organized method to control monkey populations. These traps allow us to safely and effectively capture and trap wild monkeys that need to be controlled. It is important that this method is carried out systematically, without harming the monkeys, ensuring that the capture process is humane and does not cause negative health consequences for the monkeys. If you like this approach, leave your number 1 in the comments. If you don't like it, leave it as 0. Let's discuss and explore these innovative methods to minimize damage from the dramatic increase in feral hogs. A challenge that the Texas Association of Agriculture has recorded at up to $800 million. The government is making constant efforts to control and reduce the number of these animals, requiring widespread cooperation and breakthroughs. One of the notable solutions is to provide a rich source of food from cornfields. This is where wild boars often invade to enjoy the sweet corn kernels and even the leaves on the trees. Notably, the tall and wide corn leaves provide a perfect cover for the corn plant. The special fondness of wild boars for cornfields is explained by their increasing presence in urban areas and farms, causing problems not only for livestock, but also for humans, people, and community. This condition is not simply a natural phenomenon, but is also the result of the encroachment of pigs into human environments, which combined with food scarcity, creates significant management challenges, wild boar environment, and security. With their diversely colored fur and large size, these animals stand out in the ecosystem and use their snouts to search for food under the forest canopy and on the ground. Typical wild boar groups often consist of small herds, with dominant males leading the way. The task of hunting wild boar at night requires meticulous preparation and advanced techniques. Hunters not only need to use a flashlight to illuminate the area, but must also choose the correct rifle, adjust the appropriate settings, and ensure an ample supply of ammunition to increase their chances of success. They often carry accessories such as night vision goggles to capture clear images in the dark, as well as ropes to plan safe movements. The hunting process requires concentration and patience in tracking footprints and gentle sounds. Wild boar species can have different reproductive cycles depending on food and environment. A wild boar's gestation period typically lasts 90 to 120 days, and litters typically range from 8 to 15 piglets. Which creates challenges in wildlife management in many areas. The invasion of wild boars is not only a problem when they roam freely on the roads, but also boldly invade people's homes and food sources. Their presence not only affects economic resources, but also complicates the daily lives of farmers. If you support this approach, leave number 1 in the comments to discuss and resolve this challenge. Don't miss our channel's latest videos. Subscribe now and hit the notification bell to stay up to date. The United States is famous for its unique ecosystems and diversity of wildlife. Recently, they were faced with an unprecedented challenge: an increase in attacks of crocodiles in one of the rural municipalities. So how did American farmers react to 3,000 crocodiles attacking their city? In October 2023, the city of Miami, Florida saw a series of alligator attacks, leaving more than 100 people attacked and 30 people dead within a week. This alarming situation raises questions about how America's farming and civilian communities will deal with an influx of alligators and the dangers that come with it. In the wake of the alligator crisis, American farmers have needed to come up with creative solutions to deal with the threat posed by these alligators. Together, they built a sturdy steel fence around the city, creating a resilient physical barrier against crocodile incursions. The infiltration of the fences is not only a deterrent, but also the city's first line of defense against the invasion of crocodiles. The construction of these steel structures is a testament to the relentless determination and ingenuity of American agriculture. The community's innovative approach to using fences over the past 30 years has played a vital role in protecting the city. This fence was deployed for miles around the city's perimeter, creating an impenetrable boundary. This unified effort saw close cooperation between farmers and local authorities and demonstrated the power of community. Alligator hunting has been a part of Miami history for centuries, with indigenous people using simple tools like spears to hunt these reptiles. Using baited hooks, they hunted alligators from both the shore and boats, creating a distinct culture and customs in Miami. To ensure the sustainability of crocodile populations and the safety of both hunters and guides, specific guidelines have been established. Licensing crocodile hunters ensures that only people with appropriate training and knowledge are allowed to engage in hunting within certain time limits each year, thereby preventing overhunting and allowing crocodile populations to thrive during their breeding period. Crocodile hunting is limited to designated areas to manage populations and minimize encounters between crocodiles and the public. Alligator hunting is not only a part of Miami history, but also serves an important purpose beyond being a tradition. It plays an important role in population control, ensuring that crocodile numbers are managed effectively and preventing potential threats to humans and other wildlife. The importance of alligator hunting becomes clear when looking at statistics on alligator populations and hunting activity in Miami, according to the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission. With approximately 1.3 million alligators living in the state of Florida, careful management of them is extremely important to protect both people and wildlife. In 2022 alone, approximately 2,000 alligators were legally harvested in Miami, contributing to population control efforts. These numbers clearly demonstrate the important role of crocodile hunting in ensuring the safety of the city's residents and visitors. Although alligators are an integral part of the Florida ecosystem, they can be dangerous to humans and other animals. Regulated hunting helps maintain a delicate balance, conserving both these remarkable reptiles and ensuring the well-being of Miami communities. Throughout Miami's history, alligator hunting has been deeply intertwined with the area's cultural heritage. This is not only a tradition, but also a means of responsible population management, ensuring the safety of both people and alligators by following regulations and guidelines established by the state. The increase in alligator attacks in Miami is a stark reminder of the growing challenges brought about by environmental change. The alligator crisis is a wake-up call for all American cities, calling on them to prepare for the unexpected challenges of a changing world. Keeping a safe distance and reporting immediately when you spot an alligator are important principles to ensure the safety of both humans and alligators. Miami's alligator crisis serves as a reminder of the importance of adapting to a changing world and finding creative solutions to protect communities. Without proper preparation and knowledge, American farmers successfully defended against alligator invasions, bringing a sense of security to their cities. The United States, better equipped, will be able to address the challenges of environmental change in the ecosystem. And now let's continue watching the rest of the video to see how U.S. farmers are dealing with invasive wild boar populations, shall we? To maintain the population, annual capture is inevitable for wild boars. This is a large, ferocious, and very intelligent animal, with strong reproductive ability. This uniqueness means that conventional methods of population control are often ineffective, so hunting is the only viable alternative. Choosing the right location to hunt wild pigs is very important, especially when faced with expensive plane rental costs. In the skies of New South Wales, where seasoned hunters are often encountered, is a great choice for those looking for adventure and adrenaline. The mountainous areas of New South Wales are not only prime habitats for wild BS, but are also where the challenge of controlling this population is meant to conserve the state's diverse ecosystems. These creatures thrive in dense forests and areas with a lot of vegetation. In these areas, wild BS can be quite large in size. However, it is very difficult to detect them. To chase away wild pigs, helicopters need to fly at low altitudes over dense forest areas. The wind force from the propeller will create chaos, causing wild pigs to feel scared and move to another area. However, to ensure effectiveness, you need to quickly shoot them down in a timely manner, destroying them one by one. best time, practicing hunting skills in swampy areas, where visibility is clearer. It is important to easily kill wild pigs. Continuing onto the plains and grasslands is also a good option, as this is where wildlife is most common. The helicopter will gradually move down when wild pigs are detected, but flying too low should be avoided to avoid damaging the tree. The pilot's movement speed and agility both greatly affect the hunter's harvest yield, so they always need to be ready to hunt. When you spot a wild boar in the field, quickly aim and shoot with an accuracy rate of up to 70% each time. If wild boars escape the first shot, they will change direction and accelerate away. You need to be flexible in flying the helicopter to continue chasing them, which is sometimes quite difficult for beginners. To become a professional aerial hunter, you need to practice your skills and learn a lot about the behavior of wild animals like wild pigs. Wild birds often move far to find shelter, and you must calculate the distance and time to continue pursuing them after each shot. This job seems simple, but requires patience and skill. The hunter group needs to choose the right location and find a way to harvest efficiently, as seen with closing down entire herds without missing a single animal.
Yep, come around and keep it in the field. Give me another 13 notes when to get it. Got him. I'm empty. I thought I was working on it. I got 2 shells, 3 of chips.
In the search for wild boar in the fields, another wild boar appeared, and the battle continued. Can wild pigs escape into the forest in time after a few seconds of the helicopter flying up? If you pay attention to the surface of these sands, you can see many war footprints. Such areas need to be observed more carefully. It is often easier to hunt wild boar by helicopter in the fields. Wild boars can move alone or in groups in search of food. However, their moving speed is often slower because there are many plants. It is often easier to hunt wild boar in these areas, but you must be careful of all possibilities. It is estimated that every day a helicopter can catch about 200 to 600 wild animals. The cost of renting a helicopter here ranges from $2,000 to $5,000. So if you choose helicopter for one day, it will be such a high number. The real question is this money worth it? If you think it's worth it, leave a number 1 below in the comment section. Otherwise, leave a number 0. According to the Australian Department of Agriculture's Department of Water Environment, the number of wild boar captured annually in New South Wales ranges from 50,000 to 100,000, demonstrating ongoing efforts to manage wild boar populations. Controlling Australia's wild boar population is one of the government's top priorities. Do you want to participate in this hunting process? Leave a comment below to let us know now. Continue watching the rest of the video to learn how to trap and hunt wild pigs, because only this way can kill a certain number of wild pigs. And building fences cannot completely prevent wild boars from entering farming areas. Wild boars often move in herds. Hunting can create opportunities for wild boars to escape and hide in the forest. There are some types of traps that are also broken by wild boars to escape, and building fences is sometimes ineffective. Wild boars are intelligent animals and have the ability to destroy fences to enter agricultural areas. In 2022, a farmer in Boar County, Texas, built a 6.56 feet high fence to prevent wild boars from entering his farm. However, after a while, intruders destroyed the fence and caused damage to crops in some other areas. The lack of completeness of the fence also makes them easy to overcome. According to a study by Texas A&M University, each wild boar can cause up to $2,000 in damage per year. Wild stem boars can also cause a lot of damage to agriculture, including destroying crops, stealing food, and spreading disease. Each litter can give birth to 5 to 12 cubs, and the gestation period is about 114 days. In particular, wild boars also have the ability to reproduce 2 to 3 times per year, creating conditions for the population to grow rapidly. With such high fertility, just one female wild boar can give birth to more than 100 piglets within 2 years. This explains why feral hog numbers in Texas have increased significantly. According to statistics from the U.S. Wildlife Service (FWS), from 2000 to 2022, the number of wild pigs in Texas has increased from 2.5 million to 5 million and has spread to 254 counties. Wild boars are not limited to any particular type of terrain. but can exist in many different environments, from deep forests to vast grasslands. From mountainous plateaus to vast plains, whether day or night, they can travel long distances to find food. They are able to endure all weather conditions from colder days to extremely hot days. In addition, the wild boar's ability to eat a diverse diet is another important factor that increases its ability to survive. They can eat vegetables, fruits, grains, and even animal carcasses. This flexibility in diet gives wild pigs the ability to forage effectively in any land they choose to inhabit. In the wild boars can reach weights of up to 750 pounds. Their outstanding feature is their high self-defense ability, equipped with sharp teeth and sharp claws. Although wild boars in Texas do not encounter any natural enemies except humans, large predators such as tigers, lions, and panthers have disappeared, causing ecological imbalance. The lack of natural enemies has allowed for a significant increase in wild boar numbers. They can reproduce and grow without facing natural threats. The population is increasing significantly, placing great pressure on the environment and wild boar species. Increased demand for land and food causes wild boars to invade cultivated areas and face fierce competition with humans. Their need for food is also increasing, forcing them to search for food in new areas, sometimes lands that are being used for other purposes. Infrastructure development, such as roads and railways, creates new migration routes for wild pigs, expands habitat and food sources, and changes economic structures. Conversion from agriculture to industry can lead to the abandonment of agricultural land, creating new opportunities and challenges for wild boars. These issues pose major challenges in wildlife conservation and management. The solutions have had an impact in preventing the development of local areas that some invasive species have taken. Hello friends! Wild monkeys are not only strong and agile creatures, but they also present significant challenges to agriculture. Their actions of attacking and destroying crops cause great losses to agricultural production. The presence of wild monkeys not only pollutes the environment and groundwater, but also poses a direct threat to public health. Their ferocity makes them a threat not only to adults, but is also especially dangerous to children, which can cause serious diseases. Traffic accidents can occur when wild monkeys suddenly appear on the streets, causing damage to public infrastructure and creating a risk for people to control and limit population growth. Wild monkey. The United States government has supported the use of controlled hunting methods carried out by licensed hunters. These activities ensure strict compliance with hunting regulations, while ensuring safety for both humans and animals, as well as contributing to ecological balance. Local hunters have adopted a range of traditional hunting equipment, such as gun traps and nets, to manage wild monkey populations. In particular, they use ripe fruits such as bananas, mangoes, and papayas placed strategically in hunting areas to attract monkeys. These attractive baits serve as ideal lures to attract monkeys in and out as they try to get their food. Hunters quickly take advantage of the opportunity to capture monkeys, using weapons such as rifles or shotguns, often equipped with lead bullets or tranquilizers. These tools are essential parts of the licensed hunter, who has a deep understanding of monkey behavior and knows how to hide and wait to strike quickly and effectively when needed. Set. In addition, many methods of catching monkeys are more humane, using live traps such as cage traps and clamp traps placed in areas frequented by monkeys. The purpose of using live traps is not only to capture, but also ensure the safety of animals, help collect data, and implement conservation measures without affecting the natural balance of the environment. School. Using net traps to catch monkeys is an effective and humane method that requires precision and skill. The process begins by establishing a discreet and strong netting system in spots where monkeys often congregate or pass through. These nets are designed to operate delicately, ensuring they do not scare away the monkeys, but instead attract them with ripe fruit and other attractive foods placed strategically on the nets. When the monkey approaches and tries to get the food, the net closes quickly and effectively, capturing the monkey gently but safely. Using net traps requires patience and skill, not only to capture but also to ensure the monkey's safety. The debate surrounding wild monkey hunting has always been heated, with two opposing views. Some argue that the practice is cruel and unnecessary, while the U.S. government and conservation organizations, animal protection agencies all affirm that this is a necessary measure to protect property, health, and safety of people. The issue of wild monkey populations does not only belong to a specific field, but is also a shared responsibility of the entire community, ensuring the protection of the common living environment and ensuring social welfare. We are excited to share our experiences and solutions in dealing with situations involving wild monkeys. By sharing our opinions and experiences, we hope to help communities find the best approaches to living in harmony with wildlife. We are working to establish a balanced and harmonious relationship between humans and wild monkeys, paving the way for coexistence in the same environment. Let's explore and appreciate the magical world of creatures, starting with majestic elephants and intelligent creatures that are truly surprising and inspiring. If you're curious and excited about these elephants, leave the number 2 in the comments to let us know you are interested in this topic. Elephants, the largest land mammals, can weigh up to 6 tons. They are known not only for their impressive size but also for their long, flexible bodies, capable of performing many functions from eating and bathing to socializing and communicating. In elephant herds, emotions are expressed not only through sounds and gestures, but also through their impressive intelligence. They often live in herds led by older elephants and protect other members. These herbivores mainly eat leaves and fruits to maintain health and energy, keeping the ecosystem balanced and diverse. A rich diet not only helps elephants maintain health, but also helps them adapt to complex and challenging natural environments. Elephant pregnancies last up to 22 months, representing considerable patience and investment in their future generations. Elephants, with their omnivorous diet, are capable of consuming a variety of foods including fruits and vegetables, helping them maintain ecological balance in their habitat. Despite their gentle nature, they can sometimes become aggressive and attack other animals or disrupt public order. The sight of elephants rushing into the road causing traffic jams is not only inconvenient but also offensive. In serious cases, concerns for public safety are heightened as provocative attacks can occur, ranging from gentle teasing to serious attacks on vehicles and even homes, causing significant damage and stirring up the community. Communities have had to face and search for solutions to prevent potential threats from these formidable animals. Hunting can be considered a last resort, but should always be done with care and consideration to ensure any action is conducted humanely and responsibly. Do you agree with the elephant hunting method? If so, leave the number 1. Otherwise, if you disagree, leave the number 0 and share your opinion with us. Japan has faced an unexpected ecological crisis as wild boars spread across the country, from deep forests to bustling entertainment areas. The challenge for the entire community is that sudden attacks by wild boars, especially during activities such as skiing, have caused dangerous and unpredictable accidents. Wild boars not only appear in the suburbs but also invade residential areas, causing serious problems such as destroying crops and damaging streets. Population growth in Japan has led to the abandonment of many rural areas, creating ideal conditions for wild boars to live and reproduce rapidly. To deal with the problem, farmers and local officials in Japan have taken a series of measures, including using nets and fences to catch wild boars. In many cases, these measures have been successful, including the use of trap guns, foot traps, and the use of hunting dogs. These measures, combined with a sturdy metal clip design, have proven to be an effective method of controlling and reducing feral boar invasions. The number of wild boars caught in traps increases dramatically as the strong clamping force injures them and prevents them from moving, making it easier for trappers to reach and handle them. The wild boar crisis in Japan is a prime example of how changes in habitat and social factors can cause unexpected ecological challenges. Requiring rapid and effective responses, from both the community and the government. This type of trap uses rope or steel cable attached to a sharp metal bar. When wild boars step on them, the sharp rope will pierce their noses, causing discomfort and attracting attention without causing serious injury, thereby helping to control wild boar populations without harming them. In Japan, some farmers use rifles to manage wild boar herds, especially when they cause significant damage to farms or agricultural land. However, all hunting activities must strictly comply with laws and safety regulations to ensure that control is carried out effectively and safely for both humans and other livestock hunting dogs. They play an indispensable role in hunting forest worms thanks to their ability to detect scent and the flexibility to move easily in the forest, following the tracks of hard-to-find prey. Guide dogs signal the presence of wild boar ahead with natural cooperation, creating a strong bond between human and hunting dog, thereby creating a more enjoyable hunting experience. Using cage traps is a traditional method in Japan, made from natural materials such as bamboo, wood, or steel. These traps are designed to automatically close when prey is lured inside, keeping them safe until a hunter returns. This method is not only humane, but also effective in providing sustainable control. However, an inclusive and humanitarian approach is also an important part of this process. Some potential solutions have been proposed, including natural boar disinfection to prevent them from causing damage to crops. To limit their reproduction and relocate them to safer areas where they do not harm agricultural activities or public security. Raising public awareness on species prevention and control is important. Wild boar is very important. Encouraging broad community participation in these control efforts is an integral part. These measures not only help protect food sources and the living environment, but also minimize negative impacts on human life and safety. We need to share knowledge and experience of implementing these measures so that individuals and communities better understand how to implement them safely and effectively. Learn how this country's farmers and hunters face the challenges of life alongside millions of bears. On this journey, there are not only thrilling and dramatic situations, but also challenging questions. Why have bears become so antagonistic, and how can humans cope with their strength and hunting prowess? In this dangerous life, farmers often choose to use rifles and powerful weapons to fight the bear's incredible power. Hunters, by personal choice, can choose their path with a bow and arrow, adding challenge and excitement to the hunt. I want to emphasize that hunting wild bears here is completely legal, approved by the authorities. If you think this method is excellent, leave it number 1 in the comments. Can humans maintain balance with nature and face the challenge of bears? Join us and discover the magical secrets of the confrontation between humans and bears in this wild world full of mysteries. What do you think? Is this the reason why bears become antagonistic? Share your thoughts in the comments section and stay tuned to discover more interesting things. The Canadian bear, also known as the black bear, is not only a popular wild animal in Canada, but also a symbol of the mountains and forests. With small ears, thick, smooth black fur, and a delicate brown color. They often appear in primary forest areas, hunting for prey such as fish and even small animals. If you want to better understand why bears are hunted, watch until the end of the video to discover the consequences they create for people and local communities. On the vibrant picture of the city, the sudden appearance of wild bears is not only a potentially dangerous scene but also a shocking digital wave, pushing the community into a state of panic. The traffic jam scene became a symbol of the challenge and harshness that this bear brings. Not only a cause of urban chaos, wild bears also pose major challenges to the agricultural industry. Their invasion of cornfields is not only an attack on agriculture, but also a painful blow that causes heavy damage to the crop, pushing farmers into a difficult and challenging situation. The green fields have now become a battle between humans and nature, with unexpected and challenging consequences. Every year, the loss of hundreds of millions of US dollars to the agricultural industry is a big challenge. If you are a farmer, will you forgive these bears when all your efforts to build your fields become their target? In fact, forgiving the wild bears is not a reasonable choice. Farmers are facing this problem through the use of traps to deal with troublemaking bears. Cooperation in group trapping of wild bears not only helps reduce the risk of attacks, but also protects crops from destruction. You may be wondering about the reasons behind the wild bear invasion. Based on many sources of information, climate change and the reduction of food sources are important factors. Rising global temperatures and natural disasters are destroying the bear's natural habitat, forcing them to seek new places to live as food scarcity becomes increasingly severe. This increases the risk of colonizing urban and rural areas and poses a major challenge to the survival of both humans and bears in an increasingly volatile environment. Have you ever imagined a bear appearing at the entrance to your tent at night? Wild bears often choose this time to attack. When people are sleeping deeply, they can invade yards, destroy decorations, and even threaten family safety by attacking homes. This is worrying and poses significant challenges for local communities. Life with the frequent presence of wild bears is not only dangerous, but also brings challenging and thrilling situations. Wild bears, A challenge for both people and farmers are raising important questions about the sharing of living space between humans and wild animals. When faced with problems with wild bear invasions, many people in the community may come up with the idea of building fences to keep them out. However, what needs to be noted is the bear's flexibility. They are able to move and overcome fences easily and even balance on construction wires. In fact, building fences can be not only ineffective but also costly for farmers. Therefore, a more reasonable and effective solution is to use hunting methods in dealing with wild bears. Precision and patience are important key factors in wild bear management. Hunters often need to observe hidden behaviors and use indirect means such as cameras and remote tracking techniques when interacting with wild bear groups. This not only helps protect the community, but also ensures social security between humans and wild animals. Hunters must follow strict safety rules to ensure the safety of themselves and their animals. This includes maintaining a safe distance and using non-threatening communication methods with wild bears. Their main goal is not to completely eliminate wild bears, but to maintain a balance between ecology and humans. If you want to own a fur rug after hunting, the process of processing wild bears is not just a simple matter. Professional hunters often take careful steps to utilize all parts of wild bears after removing the fur. They use odor neutralizers and antiseptics to ensure cleanliness and sophistication. The weaving process will become an important part of creating a high-quality and attractive bear fur rug. Artists arrange the bear fur according to the design and use delicate embroidery techniques to create the final artistic product. As we all know, wild boars are increasingly invading cities and farms, posing countless dangers to both livestock and humans. Faced not only with natural predators, but also with a variety of threats, they face increasingly severe food scarcity. Agricultural areas often face competition between domestic animals and wild animals, which are herbivorous, but at the same time aggressive. Sometimes, situations become risky and dramatic when unfortunate people provoke those who are bored with life, leading to unpredictable attacks. Situations can be both funny and alarming when people are unexpectedly attacked by animals. There are cases where bold wild boars even invade people's houses, creating panic in the community. North American wild boar, with its large body and sharp snout, is a natural predator, with litters ranging from 3 to 8. This number may vary depending on environmental conditions and food sources. In an effort to control wild boar populations, hunting is encouraged to reduce their numbers. However, this is not always easy and challenging, especially when hunters face unpleasant feelings after shooting them. Licensed hunters may even use hunting dogs to assist in eliminating these unpleasant sensations during the hunt. In many places across the United States, Americans often participate in wild boar hunting, enjoying diverse natural landscapes and rich forest environments. One of the most popular states for this hunting activity is Texas, which has strict management and large forest areas. Florida's feral hog population is also a popular destination, with rich forests and diverse hunting areas. Additionally, states such as Georgia, South Carolina, and California also offer many opportunities for feral pig hunting enthusiasts. The southern and central regions of the United States are also quite popular destinations among the hunting community. Although the consumption of wild boar meat is being encouraged in the United States, especially as wild boar populations increase, causing environmental and agricultural problems, people are becoming more aware of the price, nutritional value, and flavor of wild boar meat, making hunting increasingly popular and attractive. In this day and age, disenchantment with commercially raised meat has fueled a growing preference for wild boar. As of the late 20th century, and especially in recent decades, consumers have increasingly focused on eating clean, natural, and wild meat. Wild boar meat is attractive because the animals live in natural environments, where they have a diverse diet and a free lifestyle. Overall, efforts to reduce wild boar populations, especially in areas of excessive growth, have fueled a trend toward using wild boar meat as a useful means of control their numbers without wasting resources.